Were you involved in a motorcycle accident and you want to know how the claim and settlement process is going to work? Check out this short video to find out. Hey everybody, Barry with the LawFull channel. If you have been involved in a motorcycle accident, you've come to the right place. This is a great place to get valuable information on legal topics like this. And if you want a referral to a local attorney, just reach out to me. I have a huge network of lawyers I can send you to. Before we begin, I want to answer the question you're probably thinking is, does this guy ride? 1, I am licensed to ride, but 2, I don't ride and haven't in about 10 years. However, I have handled over 100 motorcycle accident claims, so I'm pretty qualified to give some valuable information on this topic. So, if the unfortunate day comes and you get hit by a distracted driver or a careless driver, what can you expect in the future from the claim and settlement process? There is so much I could talk about in this video, but I'm only going to pick a few things to talk about. If you have any other questions, reach out to me. I've also got a ton of other videos on this channel that'll answer a lot of your questions because the stuff that relates to car accidents, oftentimes in terms of dealing with insurance companies, relates to motorcycle accidents too. But the first thing I want to tell you is the thing that bikers are always most hesitant about, and that is you ought to file an insurance claim with both insurance companies. That's right. File with your insurance company too. There are so many reasons why this is important. One is you're going to get your property damage fixed much quicker than waiting for the driver's car to investigate the accident, get you an offer, pay on it, and whatever. So go with your own insurance company to get the property damage fixed. Yes, you'll have to pay your deductible, but if you weren't at fault for the accident, chances are you're going to get that back. The other reason you want to go with your own insurance is because there's chances are, really good chances, that you have coverage that can benefit you. So what if you get hit by an uninsured driver? Or if the driver has minimal insurance policy limits like $25,000, well, in a motorcycle accident, you could easily have a $100,000 case. You can turn to your own uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage for that. In addition, you may have med pay or medical payments coverage, or maybe it's called PIP coverage where you are, and that'll cover the first $2,500 or $5,000 in medical payments. So these are things in your own insurance policy that are going to be really important to your claim. All right, so you get the property damage fixed, and usually that happens pretty quickly. If it's not, tell me about it in the comments section because I'd like to know what's going on. But the next thing is your recovery, and I'm talking about from a medical perspective, not from a financial perspective. You know, I always tell people, and sometimes they don't like to hear it, but I always tell people, focus on your health, not your claim. Because the reality is, if you get involved in a bad accident and you walk with a limp for the rest of your life, even if you get $1 million, that's not enough compensation to make you whole. So focus on getting better and everything else is going to take care of it itself. How do you do this? Well, you get the right medical treatment. I've talked about this so many times on this channel. It's important to get medical treatment right after an accident, not to allow a gap in treatment to occur, not to stop getting treatment until your doctor discharges you. And there's so many other valuable lessons on this channel. I'm going to stop there for now, but get medical treatment. Medical treatment is the primary reason cases take so long to settle. If you get severely injured in a motorcycle accident, you could be treating for 18 months. So get the medical treatment you need. And if you need help getting medical treatment, talk to your lawyer. They'll know people that can help you as well. When you do see your doctor, don't be a tough guy. This is not the time to be quiet about the pain and suffering you're going through. I always tell people, if your pain and suffering and your diagnosis is not in the medical records, it does not exist to the insurance company. So when you see your doctors, tell them about everything you're going through. I mean, everything. From the broken bones that you have to mentally you're suffering from PTSD, for example, or the fact that you are so injured you can't have sexual relations with your significant other. Whatever it is, tell your doctor about it. All right, you're done treating. So what do? Well, if you're going to put a package in front of an insurance company and demand compensation, you need to have all your medical bills and all your medical records. So you need to start ordering these bills and records from your healthcare providers. Now, if you have an attorney, they'll take care of this for you. But in this video, I'm kind of going on the assumption that you're representing yourself. So how do you do that? You call up the main number for the hospital, you ask for the billing department, You ask for the records department, chances are these two things are very separate and you're going to have to order separately from both of them. But get all your bills and records. And another thing, if you went to an emergency room, chances are there are providers you don't even know about, like the emergency room radiologist, or the fact that the emergency room physician probably bills separately than the emergency room. You know, again, these are all reasons why I say get an attorney, but these are things to know if you're ordering your medical bills and records. In addition, you're going to want to get documentation to document the fact that you lost wages. Generally speaking, an insurance company is not going to pay a significant amount of money for lost wages unless you can prove it through timesheets or whatever it is, contracts that you have if you're an independent contractor. Whatever it may be, you're going to have documentation to prove that you lost wages because of the accident. Okay, you got all your medical records, you got all your lost wages. Now you're going to take them all and put them all together and analyze them and put them in a demand package for the insurance company. Usually it's a letter. My demand packages are very long. I study hardcore the medical records. I come up with the ICD codes and the diagnoses that I got from the doctors, and I document all the treatment. You might want to consider that too if you really want to maximize your recovery. Then you're going to submit your demand to the insurance company. You can do it by fax, or most of these insurance companies allow you to send it by email these days, and you could go back and forth. They'll make you a very lowball offer, generally speaking. I did a whole video on why insurance companies lowball victims every single time. They'll make you a lowball offer, you'll counter, you'll go back and forth, and then you're going to either settle your claim or you're not going to settle your claim. So let's address those two different situations. Okay, first, let's say you settle your claim with them. They offered you 10 grand and you agreed to it. I did a whole video on all the things you need to do before you sign a release. The insurance company is going to send you this document. It's called a release of all claims or a settlement agreement or whatever. There's a lot of stuff you need to do, a lot of things you need to wrap up, like negotiating your medical bills and making sure that your liens, L-I-E-N, are all paid off. Check out that video. I'll put it in the show notes also so you have easy access to it. But if you settle your case on your own, there's a lot you need to do before you sign on the dotted line. About 90% of the cases, at least that I've been involved in, actually do settle. And I've heard that a lot, that about 90% or maybe even more of all cases settle. But let's say you can't settle. So what do? You have to file a lawsuit. Now, the lawsuit that you file is going to be against the driver of the vehicle, not the insurance company. I get that question asked a lot. Who should I file a lawsuit against? What will happen then is the insurance company will assign either their in-house attorneys, in-house counsel, or an outside attorney to represent their insured and will respond to your complaint that you filed. And then the whole litigation process starts. That could include written discovery, meaning questions you ask them and questions they ask you. It could involve depositions where they ask you questions under oath. It could involve the deposing of expert witnesses, which cost a fortune. There's so many things that happen all the way up until you get to trial, your day in court. I strongly recommend, if you're going this route, get an attorney who knows what they're doing to represent you. This could be overwhelming for most people, and chances are, because it's so overwhelming, you're going to accept less than your case is worth. So instead of doing that, just talk to a personal injury attorney. I can almost guarantee that with an attorney representing you, you're going to recover more than you would have otherwise recovered on your own. Now it's time for your take on the law. Were you involved in an accident? Did you try to handle the claim and settlement process with an insurance company on your own? Tell me about it in the comments section below. Thanks for checking out this short video on the motorcycle accident claim and settlement process. If you have any questions, reach out to me. And if you haven't already, would you please subscribe to our channel? Thanks, and have a great day.